then Ronaldo! Balotelli, Aguero! It's Bergkamp. That's magnificent. Here's Messi. Away from 2, 3, 4. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
The Football Drop Podcast.
Hello and welcome to an uber extra special episode of the Football Drop Podcast. Because as you might have noticed, Benji's background has changed a little bit if you're watching it on YouTube. And for the first time ever, especially for the first time ever with video, we're recording at my house.
At your house, yeah. Yeah, first time ever.
Welcome to the West Wing.
I'll tell you what, I could just about see the end of the grounds from here. It's fantastic.
Yeah. Frank will be around to trim the lawn soon.
Frank, what, Lampard?
Yeah.
I heard he's still looking for work. So just doing some stuff time over.
Yeah, he said he's got someone coming soon. Eric, his name is. He said he might be out of a job soon, so
Okay.
he might be able to come and help.
It's bad. I instantly thought Eric Dyer. And I thought, yeah, they might sack him, to be fair. Rip up his contract.
No, Eric Cantona, of course.
Eric Cantona. Nice. Little flying kick in the corner.
Yes. Nice. Well, knowledge. Yeah, great. History. How's it going, mate? Nice to see you.
Yeah, and you. Yeah, it's very weird. I feel like everyone is watching. You've got to kind of look at the camera, but I also look at you. So it feels really odd to look at you because I don't actually have the screen. So I've got to look there, look at you, and you're still there.
Yeah.
So if you see my head flitting, I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm alright. I'm just to notice that, annoyingly, that it's out of alignment here.
No, that's okay. It doesn't really matter at this
It's
point.
alright, I'll cover it.
It's our last episode, isn't it? So
That's
it
true,
doesn't matter.
yeah. Oh, we've got some exciting shit coming on in the summer, haven't we?
Have we?
Yeah.
What have we got?
We've got the Euros for a start.
Oh yes,
It's
probably
hard
not
to
the last
like
season.
know that there's a camera there and not look at the
Yeah,
camera because
it's
you're
difficult,
there.
yeah.
Like, so excuse us on YouTube. We're just gonna have a little bit of a boy time and just look at each other's eyes.
It's about well drinking the laptop, then. Yeah, thanks. So what's coming then apart from Euros?
So we've got the Euros. We're gonna refresh FDP.
Oh, in what way?
So
Is this like breaking news? Breaking news.
breaking news, yeah. So I think we're gonna look at everything that we do, everything that we offer. You know, from templates on socials to content to YouTube to Spotify and all of that sort of stuff. Look at it all. Nothing is off the table. Nothing, Ben.
It's never off the table.
Never off the table.
Why did I say that to you the other day?
Because when I came round your house the other day for the first time in a while, you invited me straight up to the bedroom. Ah,
that's it. Yeah.
If I remember rightly.
Yeah, just for a bit of context, it was to have a look at the bedroom, not to have sexy times.
Oh.
What do you mean? Oh, you were there. You know it wasn't for
Oh, yeah.
like, oh, disappointing. What a shame.
Oh, man.
Yeah, some exciting stuff throughout the summer. New segments.
Yeah. Oranges.
What?
I don't know.
Berries. Yeah, it's gonna be quite exciting and potentially refresh the look of FDP.
Yeah.
There we go. How was your weekend?
Yeah, nice, mate. Yeah, it feels like it was a long time ago. When was the weekend?
It does feel like it's been ages, and it was literally yesterday.
It's been a sport-heavy weekend for me. I'm not gonna lie. We was.
Yeah, you have watched a lot of sport.
I've done all right, haven't I? I've done all right. Yeah, I feel like Sel just gone. So there's no football for ages. All right, you can watch it.
I think you've not told her about the Euros then.
Well, she listens to this part, so yeah, she'll probably be like, oh yeah, the Euros, damn it.
Yeah. Well, at least you had a good weekend.
Exactly. No.
Enjoy it while you can.
Yeah. No, nice weekend. We had a nice date night.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We painted
you
each
did.
other.
Yes. You didn't roll around though. It was just portraits of each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't. Yeah.
Got a question.
Go on.
Why did you sign it? Literally, like, Will, age 47. That's getting diggy. But no, genuinely, why did you sign it though?
Because it's a just because when someone dies and something becomes valuable, I wanted it to know that that's an original will.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Good effort. It was good effort.
I don't think it was a good effort.
What did Selge say about it?
So when she finished laughing, she said, "I look like a chicken nugget."
Sorry, I was like, she's been to Mackey's. Will must have been hungry.
So I did say, I have never been interested, or nor have I been good at art. So that's the only defence that I can have for it.
You hit it well.
But if mine was good, I reckon we'd all be laughing at hers, because hers looks nothing like me.
I mean, no, you have a really small head in hers. But do you know what I found really hilarious in hers, and I think it did do you a bit of a disservice, was the widow peaks going back.
Oh no, it is bad.
Lift it up, go on. No, it's not as bad as I thought it was.
It is getting worse though, isn't it?
I don't know, not that I've noticed.
I haven't done my hair today.
No.
Yeah, so that's on
Gotta
social
make an
media
effort.
for everybody to look at. I'm sure I can post it on the FDP socials if you're wondering.
Definitely.
Yes, that was nice. Then we had a nice day Saturday. We just chilled.
Oh, good.
We didn't have anything to do really, so it was like, well, let's just not do much. Like we went for breakfast, then we went for cake, and then went shopping and shit like that. Yeah, it was nice, really nice. And then we watched the Fury fight.
Yeah. That was an upset, I think.
Well, I don't know if it was, because watching the build up, because I mean, we are football fans. I like boxing, but I wouldn't say I'm an expert at boxing. I just like watching it. I don't really understand it in like a true sense.
Yeah.
I got my thoughts and feelings and opinions on it, of course, as everyone else does. But the people, like when you was watching the build up, were saying they predicted Usyk fight because he can grind it out. He can. So they predicted a win for him.
Fury's just so awkward though when he fights.
Yeah.
That's why, and I don't know, there's something about him. I just think he always gets through somehow.
Well,
Every
yeah.
fight he always just got through.
We found, how many times was he knocked down in Wilder and things like that. So, I turned that off.
Luckily, we covered it up well.
Yeah.
Didn't draw any attention to it.
Anyway, so he's been knocked down a few times, hasn't he, in his career? So and he always comes back to win. So it was always a bit like, he'll be all right. But it was such a good fight. There was the first couple of rounds were a bit cagey. He was like mocking and doing what he does.
Yeah, I thought he did that too soon.
He did that way too soon, way too often. He wanted to slow the fight down because obviously he's a big guy. He wanted to slow the fight. Didn't want to go in like hell for leather because that isn't his style. But when he had him, there was not like that finishing. He was like, I've got you. Right, I'm going to showboat. I'm going to mess around, and then I'm going to take a step back, and I'm going to take my time. And this guy is going to keep coming back to you, unless you finish him off. And then when you sort of realised as the rounds went on, I mean, the 9th round. Have you seen that?
Yeah, the to and fro with just each other's just smashing their shit.
No, where...
Oh, is this one when Fury's on the rope?
Mate, Fury
if that rope was there, he was out.
Fury was unconscious for I think it was about a minute he was being hit. And I think he was unconscious through most of that.
I don't know. So I didn't watch the fight live. I watched bits of it on Sunday morning when I could, and some of I think a lot of the fights we've seen that would have been stopped. And I think because it was Fury, they didn't stop it.
I thought it had been stopped when the ref went over and stopped. I was like, shit, it's done. Like I was expecting it. I was always expecting it to go to last the distance and go to points. When that happened, I thought, shit, it's a knockout. Like I wasn't expecting it, and then like he started counting down from 10, and I thought, oh okay, yeah. He's like, because I think had he not been on the ropes, he would have been on the floor. So that's probably why. But like Oh, mate, it was such a good round of boxing. I've never seen anything like it before. How someone can just be hit like that. They're just trying to gather themselves, protect themselves, and they're just being hit.
But they still come back after.
And then to come back at the 10th was always going to be a round where he's just like regaining his senses.
Yeah.
And then he lost the 11th and probably the 12th. And for him to come out and say that he only lost because there's a war going on in Ukraine, they feel sorry for him, and he definitely deserved to win that fight. That. Yeah, he said he felt he should have won the fight. That fight was definitely his win. I'm thinking, because obviously when they're back in the corner, you get the camera, the microphone, so you can hear what they're saying. They were kind of telling him, "You win the 12th, you won the fight," and it's I certainly didn't have that. And how it was a split decision as well, I'll never know.
I'd like to, a couple of people I spoke to. There's one of the guys who knows. Do you remember his old trainer, Ben Davison?
Who was it?
Fury's old trainer.
Oh right, yeah.
So a friend of mine knows him. He's from Essex.
Oh okay.
And I was talking to him last week, and he was just saying about the fight, and like he's proper into his boxing. He loves it, like a million times more than what we'd ever understand. And he was scoring it as kind of evens up until the 10th and 11th. And I was like, oh, okay. So apart from that knockdown, obviously where he didn't actually go down, but it was a class.
It was a knockdown, yeah.
He said it was genuinely even.
Oh,
like,
it was?
In his scoring. And I thought, okay, so after the 12, and he's like, yeah, I probably would have had probably 6-all, but maybe 7-5 to Usyk.
Yeah, I think it was like 4-all at the 8th.
Yeah.
You know, you could kind of argue it would be 4-all. Maybe 5-3 Fury. Maybe you could argue that.
Just those last
but then he
four,
got the 9th, which was obviously a Usyk win. The 10th, which Fury was just like, I just need 3 minutes to rebalance myself, which he did, to be fair.
Yeah.
And then I think the 12th was definitely, the 11th and 12th was probably a win for Usyk for me. So yeah, it's always controversial boxing, isn't it? Because everybody's got a different opinion.
It's just very speculative, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like you've got those the set sort of technicalities of, well, that's a punch, that's a hit, but it's always judged on what that person thinks, and I think that's why it's always so controversial.
Yeah.
I can't remember what fight it was recently that someone gave it like completely other. I think it was a Joshua fight against Usyk. One of them gave it to Joshua, and I thought, how the hell have you scored it for Joshua? Like, he was miles. I think it was the first one. I was like, you're miles behind. Second fight, sorry. I was like, you're miles behind. I was like, even that for me, I don't know much about boxing, but Joshua got battered. I don't know how you've done that.
You can see it, can't you? I guess it's the technical side, isn't it? Like Fury's defensively, Fury's very good. He was keeping him very much at his arm's length because his arms are longer. But yeah, it was the best fight I've seen for a long time. It was very good. I really enjoyed it.
No, it's always good to see something like that. But do you see he's undisputed champion now?
Only for 2 weeks.
For 2 weeks.
Is it the IBF one that he loses?
It's the IBO, I think.
IBO.
It's Daniel Dubois against that Filip Hrgovic, and then the winner of that faces Joshua. And then apparently the winner of the rematch between Usyk and Fury then faces Joshua to be undisputed. Again.
You've assumed that Joshua wins.
Yeah. No, well, yeah. We'll face Joshua or the winner of that.
Yeah.
So Hrgovic, for example, or Dubois could become undisputed. Which to me just speaks volumes of how crap the heavyweight division is at the moment. So I don't think there's anyone that really stands out anymore apart from Fury.
Usyk.
But the argument is always going to be he's only had 8 fights at heavyweight.
Yeah, well,
is he really heavyweight?
He was undisputed at cruiserweight, wasn't he?
I'm not disputing his boxing.
Now he beat Fury.
Yeah, he did beat Fury. Yeah,
put some credit on his name, man.
I'm not. Don't get me wrong. I'm not disputing it. I'm just saying that there's always going to be question marks until he has a few more big fights. I think if he beats Fury again and then beats not Joshua because he already smashed Joshua twice, but like someone like Wilder as well, who I know Fury beat, but they're these sort of big names in that heavyweight division. Yeah. If he knocks them all out, then yeah, you can't rule it out. Then he's the best.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's tough, isn't it?
It is.
It's tough. Right, let's move back onto the football.
No, we haven't talked about football. How are you?
I'm okay.
How was your weekend?
I was in bed on Sunday. I missed so much football.
Oh, wow.
I had the worst migraine I've ever had.
Oh, catching.
I think I was in bed for nearly 24 hours.
Yeah. So do you remember the shit that you gave me on the podcast when Ali was here because of my migraines?
Yeah.
Take it all back here.
Well, no, because I'm here now. I didn't milk it. I just had one day in bed and I'm back.
Oh dear.
So no, I don't take it back at all.
Fair play.
It was rough though, man. It
Yeah?
was bad, yeah.
How was your Saturday?
Stressful. Very stressful.
Why?
Oh, mate, this bedroom is just a bane of my life.
What's going on?
So I was adjusting the mirrored door on the wardrobe.
Oh, okay. You got mirrors?
Yeah, so
Kinky.
we've got mirrors in there on both sides.
Oh, yeah.
Not in front of the bed though, thank God.
Ah,
Don't want to see my naked ass banging about, do we?
what would you be doing? Doesn't your mum listen to this?
No. Laura's pregnant. I think my mum knows what happens. And the very fact that I'm here, I'm pretty sure my mum knows.
Yeah, she
Same
does.
as... and so I was adjusting the doors and getting the height right and stuff, and then I stood back in the doorway and I heard a crack and the mirror smashed.
Oh, what in the mirror on the door?
Yeah.
Is it all glass or is it like a pane?
No, it's all glass, the whole thing.
Oh right, shit.
And it genuinely wasn't me.
All right, Shaggy.
But genuinely, fucking idiot. Put me off now. So I was absolutely fuming. So I checked the Ikea site and they had one at Lakeside.
Okay.
So I thought, I'll just pop up there and get it.
So what was that? About 2 hours from us?
It's about an hour and a half.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, it should be.
Right. Oh, right. Okay.
2.5 hours in, I was still at Medway Bridge.
Rochester. Right. Okay.
Yeah. So I was looking on Google, kept the updates, and it still was an hour and a half to Lakeside.
Oh wow! What from there?
From there.
So 3.5 hours to get to Essex.
So it would have taken
just over the side of the bridge.
Just shy of 4 hours to get to Essex if I kept on going. I turned round Ebbsfleet.
Oh really?
Yeah. So what would normally be 50 minutes to Ebbsfleet was 2.5 hours.
And then what was the traffic like coming back?
Oh mate, nothing.
Oh
Absolutely
really?
nothing.
Oh,
I
right.
flew home.
I bet you
It genuinely, you know when you drive on the motorways at like 2-3 in the morning, you see like 20 cars. That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
That's what it was like the whole way home.
Could you see the queues on the way on the
Mate,
other side?
They went back for miles. They were going back to the Gillingham turn-off. What's that number? What's it? Junction 4, I think. It was just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I just got home, fucked off. I just wasted like basically 4 hours, near enough, of my day to not get anywhere. So got back. I've still got a smashed door.
Did you get the door?
No.
So you haven't like...
No, I still haven't got a door yet.
Oh right, so we're going to order it?
So I was going to order it to get it delivered, and I thought I'll get do these drop-off points now, which is quite cool.
Right.
So you don't have to go all the way to fucking Lakeside.
Is it a free delivery then if you do a drop-off?
Yeah.
Oh right, nice.
So I thought I'll just go deliver it at Tesco, go collect it. No, I couldn't yesterday because I couldn't get out of bed because my head was spinning.
So is it
Flew
at
up.
Tesco?
Yeah, so I need to get it this afternoon. And put it up.
Right.
And I can drag the chest of drawers back in, cut other little bits, and then we can actually go back in our bedroom tonight. So I just touch wood. There's nothing wrong with this. It's still there, and I can collect it, and we're all good to go.
Right.
If not, I'm going to have to order one for Saturday to get it delivered to my house. And then just swallow £25 in a delivery fee and still try and get my door refunded because it's smashed. So yeah, it's a bit stressful. And I wonder why the migraine came on. It's really weird.
Yeah. So you paid fuel and stuff to sit in traffic for 2.5 hours
Yes.
and then come back,
Yes.
and then you had to pay for a new door because you haven't refunded the new
Twice. So I paid for the door to go collect it at Ikea.
Oh.
So I went for the refund on that one
Because you didn't get there.
because I couldn't get there.
Oh.
And then I've got another one. So I've forked out for 3 doors so far, and all I'm stuck with is one broken door. So yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
It's a good life.
How's finances?
Well, not great. Could be better. Let's put it that way. Could be better.
Sounds like you need a beer, mate.
Yeah, I definitely need a beer. So let's do this podcast quickly and we can go for a beer. My life. Right, let's move on to football.
Let's do it. What's the news?
Wow, De Zerbi is leaving.
Yeah, that's weird,
I didn't
isn't it?
see that. I didn't see that one coming. I know he's not had the best season.
Didn't you put a bet on him to become Liverpool manager?
Yeah. Yeah.
How's that working out?
Not great, because apparently Arnie Slot's going to be manager.
Yeah.
Confirmed and sung a song, which I thought was really cringy.
He did sing a song, didn't he? Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah.
What was the song again?
Arnie Slot, la 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 la. But I can't remember how it went.
Oh, is that what he was singing?
Yeah. He was screaming it, wasn't he?
Yeah, I couldn't work out what he was saying. I just thought I thought he was speaking Scouse, and it was a Scouse song about him or something like that. I didn't realise. Yeah. Okay. Right. So.
Yeah, very strange.
That is very odd. Right. So he. Okay. So yeah, Arne Slot's confirmed.
Arne Slot's
Well, he's
confirmed
confirmed it
now.
himself, hasn't he? Yeah, I'm going to Liverpool.
Yeah, that was weird. That was really weird, because Liverpool... Can you imagine Liverpool was like, who the fuck's this guy?
Yeah.
We haven't even given you the contract yet. What are you on about?
Yeah. We thought we was getting Schwarzenegger.
Yeah. Can you imagine him in a dugout? What the fuck?
To be fair, you wouldn't want to go like if he's there and he's looking angry. You'll be like, "Shit, we can't go in for half time yet, boys."
Yeah, he's like 70 something, but you still wouldn't start, would you? Even if three of us, I'd still be like, nah, we need a few more here.
Yeah, it's a
We
10-man
can't
job.
take him on. But yeah,
But-
I think with Brighton, so do you know the reason why he's leaving?
Well,
It seemed a bit out of the blue.
yeah, I've heard that he's sort of what he wants to do, comparison to what they can do, and the way he's playing and things like that, it isn't in alignment. So
Okay.
either that, or he's been tipped for another job, because you quite often see it, don't you, in football, where the managers leave and then they end up somewhere else, and you think,
Man United.
oh, that was fucking dodgy. Yeah, so somewhere like that, you know, maybe even Ancelotti said, right, I'm off to the Brazilian national team. I'm not going to do a Klopp and announce it halfway through the season because it kind of ruins things. What I'll do is I'll wait till we've won the Champions League for the 10,000th time, and then I'll announce that I'm going to the Brazilian national team.
De Zerbi's not on that level, though.
But no, I kind of agree. But with the resources that he's had in each job that he's done all right. Give him something completely different. Who else is there for Real Madrid up and coming that they haven't already had?
Klopp.
He's taking time out though, isn't he?
Yeah, but like Ancelotti, do one more year.
Well, he's going to Brazil.
It's
he's
not
going
confirmed, though, is it?
Well, no,
No
it's
one's
not.
confirmed
No,
this.
but he's going to Brazil.
So you know that?
Yeah, I was
Categorically.
chatting to Don Carlo the other week.
Was you? Is he
Yeah.
going to come on?
Is he going to come on?
Yeah, come on the pod.
He said he's too big for him. He said he can't handle it.
Yeah, he's looking at that background thinking, yeah, can't handle those teams.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a shame, mate. Yeah, I just don't see De Zerbi doing that, though. I hope he's big enough.
Anyway, where do you think he's going? Man
I think
United.
Man United. I think he's there. If they don't take Graham Potter. So I could see him fit in the mould that United probably need.
Well, I saw Thomas Frank being heavily linked to them. I love Thomas Frank, by the way. We'll come on to that in there.
Yeah.
I really like him. Such a likeable character.
I mean, Moyes is going to be free. Could he go back to Man United?
Fucking
A couple of years,
eight
stabilise
year
him.
contract.
Make him, was it 8 or 6?
It was something ridiculous. It might have been 6.
But he could stabilise them, make them more difficult to beat, and have that sort of transition. You never know. Lopetegui, could they go for him?
Well, no, because he's just been confirmed as West Ham manager.
Has it been confirmed?
Yeah.
When?
Well, I think he's confirmed it. I think Arnie Slot's come out and said, yeah.
Oh, Arnie Slot,
Lopetegui
yeah,
is to West Ham.
Okay, so West Ham haven't announced it yet, no?
No.
Okay, so I'll believe it when West Ham say it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it's just...
It's coming from the guy,
Probably
right,
not.
who heard that De Zerbi was going to be the next Liverpool manager, so put a bet on it.
Yeah, why not?
But then,
If that came in-
now I've said something. It's like, no, I need to argue against you.
Yeah.
So therefore, you're
Because
wrong.
I like arguing, yeah. Makes this pod what it is.
Yeah, no. I just
Imagine if we agreed all the time. It very rarely happens. So imagine if we did all the
fucking
time.
never happens. Yeah, true.
Mental. Oh dear. So I'm just checking through my notes here. So Xavi might leave. I've put twat. So didn't he just agree that he's not going to leave? And now Barcelona might sack him?
Yeah.
Who are they going to get?
Well, they're not happy with the comments that he's made.
Well, they should sort themselves out. It's a shit football club there, shouldn't they?
He was
You can't treat one of your legendary players like they have.
where he was seen. Well, no, not seen. He was speaking about Real Madrid and the good job that they've been doing.
Well, they have.
Yeah,
There's no denying they've done a great
but Barcelona are like, you fucking what? What have you said?
Yeah.
And he's like, well, yeah, they've done a good job. And they're like, well, I think we're gonna have to terminate your employment.
That's a bit rude.
Yeah. Obviously, if he'd been sick, then I can understand. Like Tony Mowbray.
Well, you just sack him straight away, wouldn't you? Fuck, out the door, mate. Laters.
Which, by
What's
the
that?
way,
You got a cough? Out.
is
Done.
not what I said. But okay. So yeah, Xavi, after signing the new contract, could be leaving Barcelona.
I love that.
It's just
He could go to United.
it's a real It's a
Imagine
real strange time for Barcelona at the moment because they're on the brink of. There seems to be they're either going to be brilliant or they're just going to really drop off at the moment because they haven't got the funds, they haven't got the investment. The manager is going, staying. The supporters aren't enjoying the ownership, like the senior leadership of the Barcelona team. It just seems that they're in a bit of a predicament.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it? It's honestly fantastic to see. Could happen to a nicer team, nicer club. Yeah, I think they just get what they get. Literally, they're getting what they deserve.
There's no there doesn't seem like there's been much future proofing that's happened there, does there?
No, it's honestly, it feels exactly the same as Man United.
Yeah,
They've done really well. They've not really improved much. They've spent stupid money on stupid players, and it's not worked out. And now it's like, what do we do now?
Yeah.
Managers have not been great since Enrique really. He did an okay job.
Yeah. Did he win? He didn't win the Champions League with them, did he?
No, I think Pep was the last one.
Pep was the last one, yeah.
I mean, they've come close and stuff, which I get, but they've not had the same team. They've not had the same oomph about them and that. Or maybe the hunger, I don't know. But yeah, I don't really want to talk about it. I want to talk about Bayer Leverkusen.
Oh,
They've done it.
they did the whole season unbeaten.
The whole league season.
Not easy
unbeaten.
to do, by the way.
It's not. And they got more wins than Arsenal.
Yeah.
Smaller season though, to be fair. 34 games.
34 games rather than 38.
128 drew 6.
Mental, isn't it?
That's crazy. Granit Xhaka has still not lost a game as a Leverkusen player,
No.
which is insane. They've got 2 more games left of the whole season.
Atlanta and Kaiserslautern.
Yeah, nice. I'm not sure whether that's right, but yeah, nice. You said it with such conviction. I'm like, yeah, okay.
Which I can see them winning.
Yeah, I can.
I
can see them doing
Atalanta are very good, but Leverkusen I can see beating them. And Kaiserslautern are from the second division in German football.
You really like saying it, don't you? Say it again. Kaiserslautern!
Mönchengladbach. I used to like saying that in Schweinsteiger.
Did you see Hoffenheim? Was it Hoffenheim? Beat Bayern?
Yeah, so they
Weekend.
finished third.
Yeah. So Harry Kane has actually lost another trophy.
Because he can't go to the German. He can't play in the German Super Cup. Because that's going to be it's Stuttgart, isn't it? Came second.
Did they? Wow. Stuttgart against Leverkusen. At least Leverkusen have already got a trophy next season, haven't they?
Oh mate, Stuttgart have been quality this season. The
Leverkusen-
Bundesliga has been out of this world this season. You know, similar to the Premier League, which obviously we're going to come on to. But it's been out of this world this season. There's lots of teams who seem to be coming up out of nowhere that you haven't really heard of that are doing very, very well in Europe. Girona.
Yeah. Stuttgart only got promoted last season, I think, or season before, didn't they?
Season before that, yeah.
Yeah, just
Incredible.
Come from nowhere, don't they? You want to talk about James Milner?
Yeah, so James Milner, he's extended his contract at Brighton, hasn't he? I saw a couple of stats on him.
Oh, here we go. You love a stat.
He started playing his first professional game was in 2003.
Wow. 21 years.
So 21 years. He was 16 years old when he first played for Leeds in the Premier League.
Right.
And so it was 2003. I seem to recall somebody saying, was it Micah Richards, someone like that, saying that when they first started really watching football, they remember watching James Milner, and they retired way before he ever did after quite a successful career.
It's insane, isn't it?
It's madness.
It's mental. And do you know what? Milner's won a lot of trophies.
Mm.
Yeah, he's been at some big clubs, and he seems
He's won the Champions League.
Yeah,
He's won everything, isn't he?
Yeah, he's won everything with City and Liverpool.
Yeah.
And when he left City, I thought, he's on the way down now. And then he's like, I'm just going to win the Champions League now.
With Liverpool.
Yeah.
And then he's still playing top football.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not getting as many minutes as he probably would have, but I think you understand that from somebody who's 106.
Yeah.
But
It's a fair play.
Yeah.
Everyone says like he trains hard, he looks after himself, and he's just football through and through.
First one in the training ground, last one to leave, doing things in his own time, to keep his fitness up.
Famously always wins that bleep test every year.
Always wins the bleep
Always
test.
wins.
I think he's got about 24 games to play in the Premier League before he outdoes Bareth Gary. And his record, which was in the near 650, wasn't it, if I remember rightly?
Yeah. Do you know what? I think Milner deserves to get that.
Yeah. He's been
at the pinnacle for longer.
Yeah.
Fighting and competing for substantially longer than what Barry was.
Yeah. Barry played to a really decent level for a long time. But
very City.
Milner has been great. And I saw another stat that he has played. It was sort of, I think it was 4,000 over 4,000 players have played in the Premier League, and he's played against, I think it was like 41% of those players.
That's fucking mental.
Played either with or against 41% of all of the players that have ever played in the Premier League, and he only started playing in 2003.
That's nuts.
It was formed 11 years prior to that.
That's fucking insane.
Yeah.
That is insane. Well, fair play though.
Yeah.
Fair play.
Congratulations, James Milner, on another season.
Absolutely. And a massive congratulations to a bit of a friend of the pod, Jerry Strain with Hamilton Academical.
Yeah, they got
promoted
promotion
through the
didn't
playoffs. So they're back in the Scottish Championship now.
Yeah, pushing to get into the SPL.
Yeah, man, it's going to be great, isn't it?
Got to be the dream, innit?
Absolutely.
Do a Wrexham.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
But they're run so well, aren't they, in terms of what he does? He knows the players aren't going to be there forever. He wants to transition those players into the Scottish Premier League. And obviously you don't want the team to do well, of course. But he does it for the players. And I think that's the way football should be. You're not Celtic, you're not Rangers. Yeah, you want to be like them one day, but you're sort of realistic on what level you are at this current time. I think it's a nice way to go. Don't you?
Yep.
Should we move on to the weekend?
Let's do it.
Where do you want to start? Because I know that you like putting it in alphabetical order, but it looks as though the BBC have fucked you over this week.
Yeah, why is that?
I reckon the BBC listen to us.
Yeah, they've gone.
I heard they want to sign us up next season. What's going on the pod?
Maybe.
We said we're too big for them.
Do you want to start at the top of this list?
Yeah, if you want, go for it.
So, annoyingly, it's Sheffield United against Tottenham Hotspur.
Fantastic game, well done Sheffield United. You flopped yet again.
Yeah,
absolute waste of a position in the Premier League.
I think they got, was it 3 points from the last 19 games?
Was it?
I think it was something like that. Yeah.
Hell. I didn't realise they were that shit.
Yeah, they just don't win. They don't
6
draw.
losses in a row.
They conceded 104 goals, which is the most anyone has ever conceded. And they scored 35 goals. They scored 35
I'm surprised they scored
goals.
35 goals.
35 goals in 38 games. They didn't even average a goal a game.
Yeah, but I'm surprised it's that many. Because they were shit.
But up front was probably where they were best. Sorry, I can't. It's mental to say that. I think who's their manager? What's his name again?
Wilder. It was Heckingbottom and then Wilder.
Yeah, Wilder. He said, "Yeah, we're probably the top 30 team, best like in the top 30." And I'm looking at that thinking, I don't think you are. Or if Sheffield United are obviously going to go on a rebuild, but if they kept that team, I don't know where they would finish.
I don't think that they'd go straight back up.
No.
I think possibly playoffs. Obviously, it depends on who's it. Leeds, Southampton, isn't it, in the playoff?
Yeah.
Whatever one of those doesn't go up, will probably win the championship alongside Burnley.
Yeah.
Because I think Burnley will still do well. I think Luton will still be up there because I don't think they'll lose many of their players.
Yeah.
Sheffield United won't beat them.
No.
And then you've got teams like Norwich who are looking a lot better now.
Yeah, by the way, I just want to say a massive well done to Norwich for losing in the semi-finals. So what I thought, actually, we can just scrap that now. Like, if you want to come up next season, that's okay to do.
Oh, they sacked David Wagner as well the following day, didn't they?
They did, yeah. Did they? Yeah. No, do you know what?
Yeah, they did. Did they?
Do you know what? I was thinking,
they did, yeah.
He's at Leeds.
You know people can... What?
I was thinking he's at Leeds, but that was ages ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, Daniel Farker's at Leeds now.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah. So it made me question. I was like, yeah, he's at Leeds, isn't he? Shit, have I got it right? No.
Hang on. Yeah, Wagner. Wagner wasn't at Leeds, was he?
I think he was at one point.
Was he?
I can't. No, Huddersfield he was at.
Huddersfield. Same place.
Yeah,
it's all basically Yorkshire, isn't it?
Same difference, mate.
Pretty much, yeah.
But yeah, Sheffield United were terrible. Tottenham ended on a high.
Wow.
It's a solid finish. It's a solid finish for him.
Did you hear?
Kulusevski, though. What player?
No, Kulusevski's very
good.
Player. Yeah, I've got nothing to say to Son. I mean, Son apparently took a punch in the middle of when the corner was, I think it was the corner coming in, and he went down. The referee gave a red card and then rescinded it. All of that shit. I thought good, fucking good.
What, after it's wasted?
You can't be 1-on-1. What fucking loser mentality. And we'll come on to the title race soon. I know we were, but fuck off, Son. Deserved that fucking punch. Yeah, well done, Tottenham. I think fifth. Who's their manager? What's his name? Ange Postecoglou has come out and said pretty much what every Spurs manager has said. Mourinho, Conte's all said it. You're just losers. Like, the mentality around Tottenham is you're just losers. You had the opportunity to go and fight for the fourth place, but didn't. Because the fans were there. Yeah, come on, we're Manchester Hotspurs. Yeah, come on, because we don't fucking grow up. You should be fighting for fourth place. Yeah. It's absolutely ridiculous. To be fair to Ange,
he said it, didn't he?
Ange is a winner.
Did you see him kick off at that fan?
The fans after the game, before he kicked off. No, we should be winning. Yeah. But the mentality isn't that.
No, it's just
it needs a. I think it starts and finishes with Daniel Levy. I know lots of Tottenham fans aren't too happy with him, and I think that's where it starts. And my frustration with it is the mentality. What is that mentality? Can you imagine if Tottenham, we're fighting for something and it means that Tottenham might win something, and we then go, oh no, we don't want to win because that means Tottenham will win something. We wouldn't do it.
No,
Champions League final, I was supporting Liverpool. I'll be honest with that. When you remember Liverpool Tottenham,
that's natural,
but that's different.
But we don't have a say in that.
Exactly.
But we were hoping that they would hopefully do us a favour and just do what they can do against City, and they just didn't.
And we'll talk about Arsenal's failings going forward. But anyway, so well done, Tottenham. Fifth place.
Next game,
I think they'd have taken that
hugely here.
Palace Villa.
Palace finished top half.
So
what was a disgraceful start to the season.
Yeah.
They were insane, and they have been insane for a number of weeks now.
Since Glasner really got
He
control
got his
over
first
the team.
win. I think it was in his second game.
Yeah.
Then he had a couple of draws, didn't he? A few losses, and then all of a sudden they've just clicked. It's like, oh, actually, we can play forwards. Mateta has just. What's annoying is I was slating Mateta, and now somebody had on the podcast last season. I don't really want to talk about him. Messages every week now,
Yeah.
and just gives me shit about how good Mateta's been. So yeah, I'll hold my hands up. I was wrong. I'm not afraid to admit when I was wrong, but he's been incredible.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing that I will say, right straight immediately, Villa were poor. Villa were on their holidays.
Yeah, but they were safe in form.
Exactly.
They don't care.
Villa had nothing to play for, so
Yeah.
you can kind of understand what happened with Villa. I think had this been in the middle of the season, maybe it would have been a different result. But that being said, you can only play with what's in front of you. And I think that Crystal Palace did fucking well. Mateta was excellent. Eze could have had a hat trick himself.
Yeah.
I think it was a good save at the end there from Olsen. But Mateta was incredible. Eze's incredible. Elise is also incredible. Didn't get on the score sheet, but. We've said it before. Glasner said it after the game as well. If you can keep that front three, then next season will be really interesting for Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
And what he said was, we wanted to show them why they should stay because we know they're good enough to go elsewhere. We know who Crystal Palace are. This is why we want them to stay because of what we can achieve.
I genuinely think they'll have loads of bids for that front three. I reckon they'll all stay one more season because they've not had a manager to get the best out of them. And I think the last kind of 3-4 months has kind of demonstrated to hopefully most of the team, lads, we've got something here. We're not going to reach Champions League and we're not going to do this, we're not going to do that. They could get into Europa Conference next season.
Yeah.
They could definitely be challenging for that. They weren't that far off this season, and Glasner only had 4 months. When he joined Feb, I think, wasn't it?
Feb, yeah. But I think with Wharton, Gueye, Mateta, Elise, and Eze.
Yeah, Anderson.
Yeah, you like Anderson. You talk about.
Oh,
him
he's a
lot.
good player. No, he's a really good player.
Anderson, Henderson, Munoz is doing okay. Mitchell as well.
Mitchell, yeah.
If they can just bolster some of that out, I mean, they've got Lerma as well, haven't they? They've got Ayew, Schlupp, Edouard. If they can move some of those on,
Do you want to read any more names off the sheet?
if they can move some of those on, I think, and replace them with better quality.
Yeah, a couple of younger players potentially as well.
But yeah, outstanding performance from Palace.
What a way to end your season as well.
Yeah,
There's got to be
5-0
such a buzz
Southampton.
after that. What's next?
It was the end of Klopp's reign.
End of the Klopp era.
It
was a nice send-off, wasn't it?
This is something that we didn't speak about earlier on in the news that we probably should have done. That's just ringed a bell in my ears.
Ringed a bell, not rung.
Rung a bell.
Ringed a bell. Nice.
Did I say ringed?
Ringed.
Did I?
Ringed a bell, yep.
Oh dear. Yeah. Grammar was not my strong point in school. Yeah, apparently.
Wow.
So, what had ringed a bell in my ear was VAR being voted on by the Premier League teams to be scrapped.
It's a good time to bring it up because obviously Wolves were the instigator behind this.
And so, did you see the highlights?
No.
Okay, so Semedo went in on McAllister, I believe it was.
Right.
On the kind of between the shin and the ankle, kind of that bit.
Oh.
Given a yellow card, VAR said, "Have a little look on the screen, mate."
Oh.
Which he did, and sent him off.
Wow.
Which I think was the right decision. I don't think there's any argument. And then at the end of the game, O'Neill's come out and said, "This is why we want it scrapped. It wasn't clear and obvious. It shouldn't have been a red card." I think he was wrong. I think he's been right for most of the season, but he was definitely wrong on this occasion. But yeah, so Wolves have voted to scrap it.
Do you know what? There's I can't remember all the points, but I do remember reading this during the week, and it's not just them being whingers. Like all the points they made, it's actually to me, I found it very difficult to argue with any of them. So it wasn't just them saying, "Well, we've lost points and it's always against us." It wasn't. There was loads of examples, I think, of when it's been wrong, how it's been wrong, not just for them, but across the league. Like everyone's obviously suffered with decisions against them. Obviously, everyone's had benefits, but I think it's going to be really, really tough to vote this out because there's going to be a lot of teams that have generally benefited from it. And from VAR's argument, they have probably got more decisions right than they have wrong, but it's always the wrong ones that blow up. Naturally, it's going to happen.
So what I don't. So there's two things from this. So my point of view is it shouldn't be scrapped.
Okay.
But it should be changed.
Yeah.
So
the people operating it, all of them.
Well, no, I don't even know that. But my worry is that it will go to a vote. 7 clubs say no, we want it to stay, and then they'll say, yeah, okay, well we voted for it not to go, so we must be happy with it. I don't think that's the message. I think the message should be, we want it to stay, but we don't. If there's a goal, I don't really know how it's done, but if it's a goal, we want to celebrate a goal, not have to sit there and go. I agree. And then it's a goal, and it's almost like a diluted goal because you're like, yeah, great, yeah, let's move on because I'm fucking bored.
Haaland scored his 5th goal, and it's like, can I celebrate? Well, I'll just wait.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it needs to change from that sense. So it's exciting. It needs to be so that we know what's going on. You know, it's all right when you're watching it, but when you're in the stadiums, you just sat there like, is it a goal? What's going on?
Yeah.
Like, what is it? Is it? Oh, he's offside. And then, like in some state, like Arsenal, we're lucky enough at the Emirates to have the replays be played on the big screens for us. So then you can kind of go, okay, yeah, that's probably offside.
Yeah, I can see that.
Maybe Jesus did handle the ball, maybe not. You know.
Yeah, he definitely did.
But I think there should be some changes for it. So yeah, we'll see what happens with that. But anyway, Klopp he said goodbye.
You could say he got sacked, wouldn't you then?
No, Klopp said goodbye.
Yeah,
they won 2-0.
charge day, wasn't it, for him?
Yeah.
Lovely send-off, though.
Nice send-off for him.
He deserves it, I think.
Well, yeah, I mean, he took him...
Done incredible.
He took him from not being very good to being...
Pretty damn
very, very good, yeah.
Be interested to see what happens with that team in the summer, though. I think there'll be a number of departures there.
I agree, yeah.
I know he's obviously rebuilt some of the team as sort of backups, but players like Salah, they're unreplaceable. They're irreplaceable.
Yeah. Salah and Van Dijk.
Yeah, Van Dijk, I can see going somewhere.
Yeah, not confirmed.
Maybe Italy.
But Van Dijk was in tears.
Yeah,
he's gutted.
Yeah.
And I think that sort of stuff will play into Slot's hand because he can go there and say, we had our best players leave. This is what I've got. Give me time. Because what happened
they're not a sacking club though by nature, are they? Really?
I wouldn't call them a sacking club. They
had some difficulties initially, and they said we're behind her.
But Brendan Rodgers probably didn't get the time maybe that he could have had. Roy Hodgson,
Roy, absolutely, but Brendan, I think he did because he had a very good team. They overachieved, obviously coming second. And they obviously with the slip and stuff. Yeah. But I think after that, they didn't kick on. They regressed massively. And they should have kicked on more. I'm
not saying they shouldn't but they do sack when they need to sack. But could they have given more time? Anyway.
Yeah. Maybe.
So. I think he'll be given the time that's needed. Whereas if you look at Emery at Arsenal, Moyes at Man United. You have those two people leave that after such a long time. Who replaced Mourinho? I can't remember who it was now. Was it Ranieri?
Mourinho?
Yeah, at Chelsea.
No, Mourinho was AVB.
Might have been.
It was AVB after.
Yeah, again, not given a lot. Not given a great amount of time. Was he the one that was smoked? Like Avram Grant, smoked.
Sarri. Sarri smoked like 50.
Yeah, he's like just there on the sideline smoking.
No. Avram Grant was the guy that ended up at West Ham for a while. Do you remember?
Yeah, I do remember that. Now.
Looked a little bit like a lizard.
Yeah.
He did look a little bit like a lizard, and he kind of looked a bit like Mo Sislak from Simpsons. You know exactly what I mean.
Yeah,
as well.
I do. Yeah. Anyway,
So Liverpool 1-2.
Well done, Liverpool. Good game. A couple of good goals, but other than that, not much happened, mate.
Goal of the season.
Wow. So
It's up there.
We're obviously gonna do this in the next episode, aren't we? Like do all of our favourite stuff.
Oh yes, it's not a last episode, is it?
No.
Yeah, no, we're definitely doing that one. Yeah.
Have we said that it's our last season?
Yeah,
our last episode.
Yeah, we said it about 3 times at the beginning.
Oh, I don't know if I've said that because I didn't know that.
Yeah. You went, yeah, it's our last one.
Did I?
It doesn't matter. So
Anyway.
we've got another one next week, guys. Don't worry. We got our awards one.
I reckon we've probably got one after that as well that we could probably sit in. Let's not commit to anything on this podcast.
Let's see what happens.
This
Who
might be
comes
the
out
last
next week?
one. Next week might be the last one. We might have another. We might not stop.
You never know.
We might have a new logo. Might not. Who knows?
A new logo?
No one listens this
Mate,
far.
Moises Caicedo banged in from the halfway line.
Oh, what goal?
And I guarantee 98% of the Chelsea fan base was screaming, "No, don't shoot, don't shoot!" What a hit.
Great hit.
What a hit.
First goal for Chelsea came when they're probably in the best form that they've ever been in, like this season. And what a hit!
He's starting to look like the player they bought from Brighton now.
Yeah. And it was
Taken a long
nice
time.
for Sterling to get a goodbye goal as well before he departs.
Is he going to leave?
Yeah, 100%.
Where's he going to go to?
Nottingham Forest. They buy everyone.
Nottingham Forest.
I just can't see.
We can't go back to Chelsea, can he? He'll go to Nottingham Forest and Chelsea will buy him.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. I can't see Sterling.
Big win for Chelsea.
Stay.
Bournemouth, I think it's slightly disappointing for them, but I think they've had a very, very good season. No matter what, their
Highest ever
highest points
finish?
total, yeah, highest ever finish. Happy days. I think it's all looking bright and breezy for them.
Yeah, I think as well. Manchester City will obviously win the FA Cup.
Yeah.
So Chelsea get into the Europa League. Newcastle get into the Conference League.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, when we were sitting here slating Chelsea as often as we was, questioning Poch, questioning Ali, who by the way wants to come on, no surprise there.
Yeah, of course.
I don't wonder what his topic of conversation wants to be. South American football was the angle he tried to come in at.
Yeah, I mean, to give him credit, he did message me while he was away talking about it.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, it's ask Will. Yeah. But now, after what's happened, probably not.
Yeah, it's just funny how after on a Sunday afternoon,
within an hour,
he's almost like, do you want me to come on and talk about South American football? Yeah, of course, mate.
Shove it up your back.
So
Chelsea have had a good season though.
Chelsea
overall.
ended up 63 points, 3 points off Tottenham, 3 points above Newcastle, who've had an all right season considering the injuries that they've had. Yeah, fair play to Chelsea. Well done. Should we go on to that one?
Yeah, do you want to go back to that one at the end?
Yeah, let's go. So let's do Luton Fulham.
Luton officially down.
Yeah.
They gave it a good go. They just ran out of steam, didn't they? I think that's all it is.
The only question that I've got for you, Ben, is where do Fulham get their goals from? Because I'm still at a loss.
Well, Raul Jimenez proved you wrong, scoring a brace. Adama Traore, I didn't even realise was at Fulham.
What?
I completely forgot.
Really?
He just disappeared off the face of the earth. Then all of a sudden he just popped up with a goal. I was like, oh.
No, he's been there. He's been there. Yeah, he left Wolves
Oh, is he?
and went there. Yeah.
Oh.
They bought.
That's
They
interesting.
what Marco Silva did was he thought, right, who's shit, and he basically built a team around that.
Yeah.
Which is a controversial way of doing it, but
It is, but
it
it's
seems to have
worked out.
worked.
I mean, you say that. I think they've been pretty crap second half of the season, though.
Yeah, they have. Yeah.
I think they've just had a bang average season. I don't think many will be disappointed at coming. Was it 13th they finished?
13th. Yeah.
So they did all right.
I think.
Not great.
if you look at the size of Fulham, Bournemouth, Brighton, Palace, to get 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th is a success.
Yeah, I suppose
For all of those clubs, with the players they have, the funds that they have, the stadiums that they have, I think when you look at, Everton, Forest maybe after signing pretty much the whole of the, they almost went and selected every player that was available and then just bought them.
Sent offer.
Yeah, do you reckon that they forgot who they'd put bids in for and they'd agreed contracts with and then went, oh, he's good, should we just bid for him as well?
Yeah, probably.
And then they were like, oh shit, where's this guy come from? Oh yeah, we forgot we bid for him, but we've also got Chris Wood on the way as well. What do we do now?
Yeah.
Anyway,
I think it's an average season. For me, I think they should be top 10. They should be in that sort of 10th position for me.
Yeah, that's where they should be aiming for. Yeah. But fair play to Luton. They'll go down with absolute dignity. I can't really find too much fault with Luton and their...
No, they've done everything right. They had some good signings. Ross Barkley was incredible for them. Definitely gave them a lift. I think they were unlucky, obviously, with Lockyer, obviously with his injury and his heart issues. So I think he was a big part of the team.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's a captain,
especially but on the pitch. I mean, I think he was definitely a leader, and I think without they've sort of missed him. I do think they'll struggle to come straight back up, but at the same time, I do think they'll come back up.
Oh, next season?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I just think they could potentially be that Norwich. They could be in limbo.
No, because I like these.
Because I don't think they're too far off full-on Premier League level. I think they need a couple of extra players in that depth. But I think they're too good for Championship.
Okay.
And now that they've got a taste for the Prem, it's like, no, we want that. I think next season they need to keep that team together and just add a few more to it.
I worry for them that they won't. I think they'll go down and they'll stay down. They'll sort of start hitting sort of between. They'll be aiming for the playoffs but not quite making it. I think that's where they'll go. You've got a lot of strong teams in the Championship. But yeah,
I hope you're wrong. I really hope you're wrong. Because I agree with you. I think they've been a real breath of fresh air coming up to the Premier League. They've had some cracking game, like 4-3 against us.
Yeah.
They drew, was it 3-3 against Liverpool?
Yeah.
Was it 3-2 against City, I think it was?
Yeah,
something
I think
like
they pushed
that.
Chelsea as well. They've
had some great games.
Great season, yeah. Fair play to them. So yeah, good luck, Luton. But should we move on to Brentford, Newcastle?
Yeah, Brentford, Newcastle.
Good 4-2 win for Newcastle. They probably weren't. They weren't on the best, even though they had things to fight for. But they ground out the win. Brentford again had kind of taken it a bit easier. They were sort of like, well, we're here. Early goal disallowed for Ivan Toney, who was probably saying goodbye to Brentford.
Possibly, yeah. I was gutted his goal was chalked off. He scored within 2 minutes, didn't he?
Yeah.
He was ruled out. Yeah, it's going to be... I know we say it every bloody season, but it's really going to be interesting where people end up going.
Yeah.
Because I think teams have now got a little bit more this season, money-wise, to play with. PSR stuff's all in. They know exactly what it is now. So I think everyone's going to have a bit of a clear out. I think there's going to be a lot of transfers going about.
Yeah, it does seem that way. I wonder if the price of players will start to come down slightly with some of that. But yeah, I can see Tony staying.
Really?
Since he's come back from January, he's been very good. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell though, didn't he?
But he hasn't lit the world on fire. He hasn't taken it by storm. He's just done all right.
Yeah, and I think a lot of that though is down to Brentford have only done all right this season.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
they've dropped off. I mean, Visser and Buemo have been brilliant. And I think they've changed the dynamics so they're not overly reliant on Tony. Mm-hmm. So I think that might be a factor towards it. Who knows? I do think he'll go.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, I'm still convinced he'll go. United, Arsenal, Chelsea, one of those is my bet.
Yeah, I tell you who Arsenal should go and buy immediately is Alexander Isak.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say the other name.
Which one?
The one next to it.
Guimaraes.
Yeah.
Guimaraes.
We'll learn how to say it one day.
One day. Yeah, very good, but
Isak.
no, Isak is unbelievable. He done so well. That ball into Murphy, unbelievable, and then his own goal. You know, he's incredible. Newcastle, I think they'll be really disappointed with finishing in 7th place, but
if they get Europa Conference, that's a really good season, I think.
I think if you compare it to this season, and they've been unlucky with injuries and stuff, but I think that falling from 4th place down to 7th is... Or did they finish 3rd?
No, 4th.
It was 4th. Yeah, because Liverpool, yeah.
I think this... I know it's a backward step. I think they had to do this to go forwards. Because then they've got all the money in the world. They want to buy these players. They can't. The injuries this season, I think for next season, is going to be an absolute blessing. Because they've had a few players from their youth, like from their academy, that have stepped up. They're going to be the fringe players next season that can play these cup games while they're competing in Europe.
Yeah.
And they can tie in and just do a job for a couple of games here or there, just when you do have those niggling injuries. But it's also, for Newcastle, they can now buy a few more players because they've not spent much. They can keep that team together. And I think a little bit of European football. It's not the biggest European competition, so they'll still take it seriously, of course. But it doesn't matter if they don't. They'll still focus on the league and maybe a cup run again. I think next season they'll be up there. I really do.
Yeah, fair enough. I can see your point. They need to work on the defence a bit.
Yeah, again, injuries, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Got no depth.
Yeah. Brighton, Man United. Let's not talk too much on this one. I think we all know what we think about Man United and what needs to happen. But a 2-0 win.
I'm surprised. Did you realise Brighton beating 4 games in a row now? Up until that point.
Yeah, I think we spoke about it when they did. But I think it flattered them. I think Brighton were a better team.
For the most part, yeah.
But yeah, they got the job done. Worst Premier League season that they've had since the inception. Their lowest top flight finish since the 1989-90 season.
And they faced over 650 shots.
The most
ever. That's insane, isn't it?
It's unbelievable how bad Manchester United have been. But they finished. They finished with the 3-2 win at Newcastle, and they finished over Newcastle. And they finished with a 2-0 win at Brighton. So a good end to the season. See what happens to them. Burnley continue to play out from the back. Chris Wood got a brace. They come back with Cullen. So
to be expected, I think, wasn't it, this sort of game?
Yeah.
I do question what's going to happen next season with Burnley. I think they'll do what they did last time in the Championship and just run away with it. But I think they need to work out a different way of playing when things aren't going well.
Yeah, I think
it's great and it worked in the Championship, but it just doesn't work in the Premier League. Don't be so stubborn. Sort yourself out.
Yeah, I agree. Should we take a break there and come back on to the title challenge?
Yeah, mate, let's do it. 3, 2, 1, we're back in the room.
Back.
You refreshed?
Refreshed.
Ready to go?
Ready to go, yeah, let's do it.
Right, 2 more games. Arsenal 2, Everton 1.
Yes.
We did what we needed to do. I can't moan. I can't moan about it. I think we were the better team for most of it. Everton definitely turned up though.
Oh mate, Everton was
everything
really
that I
good.
sort of read and seen and stuff. But we left it late. King Kai, last game of the season, last goal of the season.
Yeah, I think
89th minute as well.
I think that Arsenal played well. We were all over them for large spells. Got lucky. Cavaloon hit the post. He played really well actually, as did Everton. But I think Arsenal were fantastic. Ødegaard drives us forward all the time.
Yeah.
He is without doubt the player of the season for me. It was nice to see Smith Rowe come on and get some minutes. Nice to
Yeah,
see
I
Julian
loved
Timber
that.
get on. I think the controversy is Kai Havertz's goal. Was it a goal? Wasn't it a goal?
But it seemed a goal to me.
Yeah.
Absolutely, didn't see any problem with that.
Did you not?
No, absolutely fine.
Okay.
Come through, bang, in, done.
Every single time this season, that has probably
It's
not been a
chalked off.
goal.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Dyche said, I think twice, the referee's gone to VAR. No, I'm going to give it what I thought. So it was quite unlucky. You know, I can see it from an Everton point of view. However, like if I try and take the bias away that I have towards Arsenal, I think it was a goal. I think that shouldn't have been. It should never be a point where he's trying to keep his arm out of the way, and then he sort of. But he also wants to like chest the ball on. He shouldn't not be able to go for that ball.
Yeah, I think in realistic terms, yeah, it should be a goal. But I think all the others that have been chalked off should also be goals.
Yeah, well,
It just depends. If your arms are so tucked in, then you're not making a play for it with your arms. But if your arms are slightly out there, I know you guys can't see it if you're listening on Spotify, but on YouTube, if they're out a little bit more, then you're gonna, yeah, you're making yourself bigger. You're tucking them in. Yes, you are technically making yourself bigger, but you can't chop your arm off to make yourself smaller.
Your arms have to be there, yeah, exactly, yeah, and he pushed it through. So I think it should have been a goal. I think it was the right decision. Kai Havertz looked just pissed off, and I understand why, but he just looked pissed off.
Do you know what I love to see? Is how many players looked pissed off, upset, cried.
Every single one of them, yeah.
The speech from Erdegaard was fantastic at the end. Yes, we're being a bit biased, but the speech at the end from Erdegaard, rallying the crowd, look, we've done what we can, we'll be there for next season. It's all a learning curve, we'll get there, we'll do it. I'm happy with it.
Yeah, I think for me, where it went wrong for Arsenal in winning the title was the December. You think back to the Villa game, you think back to the Liverpool game, you think back to the Newcastle game, but that December was really crucial. And you know, Arsenal scored the most goals that they've ever scored. They've conceded the least goals that's ever been conceded in the Premier League season.
Yeah, we've won most games we've ever done.
We've won it. We've got 89 points. We've done so well, and we've fallen short because of Manchester City and the dominance that they've got. I think where we probably have missed, and I know it's going to be really hard to argue because we scored so many goals, but what we missed was a top striker, I think. I know Havertz has done well. I know Jesus did do some good things, but I think we really missed that top striker. And it's all right to say, you got the most goals, but not in the right times, not in the right places. Could a top striker have dragged us through against Villa? Could a top striker have dragged us through against Liverpool, Fulham, West Ham? Those,
I totally agree. I mean, we've battered teams 4-0, 5-0, 6-0, and it's great. And I don't want to ever lose that, of course. But those games where we've drawn 1-1 or lost 2-0 or 1-0 or something, that's the games where a striker could have made it 1-1, could have made it 2-0, could have made it 2-1 to us. You know, strikers have that instinct. So if you had your Usaks, your Tonys, obviously we're not going to get Haaland or anything, but those sorts of players, then I totally agree. It could have been different, but I suppose you can argue it could have then jeopardised in the other games because you're looking for that striker more than just going for a goal. So the goals scored, it could fluctuate.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I do. I think that's what Arsenal need to strengthen on. You know, a bit of cover for Saka, although Martinelli did really well yesterday on that right hand side. Yeah. A bit of cover for Saka would be good. Left-footed player. And Trossard wasn't his best yesterday, I don't think. But you know, we did what we needed to do, as you say. We had a great run from January through to May. I think we lost one game.
Yeah, I think we dropped 4 points.
Yeah.
In the entire
City and Villa, wasn't it?
Yeah. You can't ask for much more. No. That's championship winning, that's title winning stuff.
89 points on most seasons would have won you the title.
Yeah, which is unfortunately in an era where you could argue whatever, but on the pitch, Man City are the best team in the world.
Yeah, they beat West Ham 3-1. I think we were quite excited for all of 2 minutes.
Yeah.
With Phil Foden scored.
That was literally a fuck you, Arsenal.
Literally, I had my phone with the Man City game on, and then the Arsenal on the telly, and the Foden scored, and I was like, for fuck's sake.
And then West Ham gave us that hope. Kudus then got...
Mate,
it went 2-1.
What a goal that was, by the way.
Okay. There was a couple of good goals in this. Kudus set himself up for an overhead kick. Who does that? Like, I think it's because he's a Kudus. That's the only way he can do it. But yeah, what a goal that was. And then Usyk with probably the most obvious handball I've ever seen in my life with his goal.
Oh, yeah.
Just like...
Gave us a bit of hope. It was.
He might as well have caught it and ran it in and placed it down like you do at rugby.
Yeah. It was quite funny watching the Arsenal game because there was a couple of moments where people were like, "It's 2-2 now."
It's 2-2, yeah. It never was 2-2.
But yeah, we pinned our hopes on West Ham, who couldn't meet it because of the brilliance of Manchester City and that team. I mean,
yeah. Foden this season.
Foden has been, he's probably player of the season, and that's in a team which he couldn't break. He couldn't get into every time.
Yeah,
because there's other players that can play there. Doku, De Bruyne,
Bernardo Silva,
and the list goes on.
Gundogan last season was there, wasn't he?
So yeah.
Do you know what, Phil Foden? Right, just a bit of a fair play, well done. He's 23. He's won the Premier League 6 times.
Yeah.
Fucking 23.
Yeah. Almost, it could almost be like the next Coman, couldn't he? Who's unfortunately this season gone for the first time ever. He's not won anything.
Well, this is we've actually figured out a way to stop Man City now, though.
Get them to sign a
They
Tottenham
sign
player.
Harry Kane. Job done. They'll finish outside Champions League places. Done. He'll score 50 goals, but City will still come third or fourth or fifth.
Yeah. So well done, City.
Champions again, 4 in a row.
4 in a row. They'll probably get a double.
Before.
Champions League, a treble, then a double, 4th in a row.
Yeah.
Pep Guardiola kind of hinted though that
he's got one more year.
Probably be gone after next season.
I fucking hope so.
So that will be interesting.
I really hope so. Just to give someone else a proper chance.
Yeah.
But I think this season, and they've had a few seasons where they have been incredible, but they haven't run away with it. They've been pushed. Last season, I think we obviously flopped towards the end.
Yeah.
Season before, I think Liverpool pushed them that one?
Yeah.
There's only a couple of points behind.
I think the season before that, wasn't it like they won on goal difference? They both had 92 points.
Yeah, something like that. And the Centurions, obviously, it is what it is. You can't knock that at all.
No.
But it's just so frustrating because, yes, I'm going to be bitter a little bit because, I'm an Arsenal fan or whatever, but there's just always these sort of question marks, that slight asterisk over it because of the stuff happening off the field. But you've got to separate that because on the field, they are the best team. They do deserve all these trophies because Pep has done an incredible job and the players are just insane. But you still have that kind of bitterness a little bit. I can't help it. Because there's so many charges. Yeah, that will always get brought up as well, won't it? If they get docked 4 points,
charges,
we win.
But I mean the charges all relate to from 2017 to 2021, something like that. So it's got little impact on this season, but it doesn't have little impact on this season or last season or the season before that or the season before that because.
It's a knock-on effect. They're built on those.
Yeah, that's the problem.
They're built on dodgy foundations, essentially, isn't it?
But you can't knock Pep and his team, and what a team it is.
Do you reckon they'll lose a few players though?
I don't think so. No, I think when you've got that, and if Pep's hinting at one more year, you think. I'll do one more year, and we'll see what happens after that.
Yeah.
But they are going to start to age and whatnot. Kyle Walker is probably getting a bit old. De Bruyne's getting a bit older now, isn't he?
Yeah, but he can play 18 games, still get 25 assists.
Yeah, but does he just decide? Okay, yeah, right. I want to go and play in Spain and be fantastic there and get get a bit of time there. So I don't know, but I think they'll probably stay one more season, and Man City will probably win it. But I mean, their season, the only team that could really stop them was Arsenal.
Yeah, and that's the positive.
Won and drew against them for us. Done well.
Yeah, there's lots of positive. It's been a bit of an interesting season, but also quite a crap season from a lot of positions. Like the relegation fight was really only between 4 teams. Realistically, Everton were potentially there for a little while. The title was 3, then 2. It's not often we've gone down to the last day of the season for that to actually come into effect, which is great. But everything else, it hasn't been that interesting for me. It's been a bit of an odd season, but I think it's because of these point deductions, you just don't know what can happen.
Yeah, I thought it's been a very for me. It's been an entertaining season. Just sticking with Messi, I think they've got a bit of a strange dishing out of the Premier League medals.
What do you mean?
Well, because they get I think they get 20 medals to dish out to determine who gets that, and I think they're debating on whether Calvin Phillips gets one.
I thought there was X amount of games they have to feature in, or minutes or something within those games.
Yeah, but I think you get a set amount, and then it's the game. So if you play an X amount, but I think if you've got a couple spare, then you can give them.
Oh, right, I see.
So they're having a debate whether he gets one or whether they give it to.
Well, I mean, he helped him, didn't he? I know he didn't play for West Ham because he's ineligible, but he helped him.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, it could be they go, nah, we'll give it to Cole Palmer, who I think got one appearance this season.
Of course, yeah. Can you imagine?
or McAtee at Sheffield. He gets relegated but gets a Premier League winners medal. Something like that. That would be entertaining, wouldn't it?
That would be nuts. But that is the season concluded.
It is. Great season.
It's been fun.
Thanks
I've enjoyed
for everything.
the pod. It's been great fun.
We'll leave it there, but we will be back next season.
Always a pleasure, mate. Take care.